Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our English Story channel. Today, we will learn English through a beautiful story called Melody of Survival. Sometimes, music can be stronger than fear, and smart thinking can help us survive. This story will teach us two important lessons. At the start, we learn that music and creativity can be stronger than fear. At the end, we learn that courage, smart thinking, and love are the best weapons we can have. So listen carefully, practice the simple English sentences, and enjoy this amazing adventure. Melody of Survival. Thomas Weatherby, called Tom, was a 12-year-old boy. Everyone in his village knew he was brave and clever. He liked adventures and often went farther than his mother wanted. Tom had a very special treasure. It was a wooden flute, carved by hand. His grandfather gave it to him on his 10th birthday. His grandfather had also taught him how to play. He had said, "Music speaks when words cannot, my boy. Always remember that." Tom never forgot these words. Every day Tom practiced his flute. His dog, Scout, always sat close to him. Scout was a brown shepherd mix, not very big, but strong and loyal. He listened with his head tilted, as if he understood the songs. Tom loved Scout, and Scout loved Tom. They were never apart. One cool autumn morning, Tom's mother gave him a job. She said, "Tom, go to the forest and bring mushrooms for the stew tonight. But remember, do not go past the old oak tree." She always said this warning. Tom nodded and smiled. He took a basket and put his flute in his belt. Then he walked toward the forest. Scout was busy chasing a rabbit near the neighbor's farm, so Tom went alone. He thought Scout would follow him soon. The forest was full of color. Red, yellow, and golden leaves covered the ground. The air was cool and fresh. Tom breathed deeply and felt happy. He liked the smell of moss and wet leaves. He followed the path, and soon he saw other people picking mushrooms. But Tom knew a secret place. In the deeper forest, there was a clearing where many chanterelle mushrooms grew. He thought, "I will go there quickly, just a short walk past the oak. Then I will come back before anyone notices." He walked farther and farther. The trees grew taller and closer together. The sounds of the village became quiet. Tom forgot the time. He filled his basket with golden mushrooms and hummed a little tune. But when he looked up, the sun was low. The forest looked darker and the shadows were long. Tom realized he had gone too far. The trees were strange, and he did not know the way back. His heart started to beat faster. Then he heard a sound, a low growl. The sound was close. The hair on his arms stood up. He turned slowly. A large jackal was on the path. Its eyes were bright and yellow. Its fur was dirty and gray-brown. A scar ran down its nose. Tom had heard stories about this animal. People in the village said a wild jackal had been stealing chickens and sheep. Now Tom stood in front of it, alone. The jackal showed its sharp teeth. It stepped closer, slowly, carefully. Tom felt his legs shake. He knew he could not run. If he ran, the jackal would chase him. The trees nearby were too tall to climb. He had no weapon. Then he felt the hard shape of his flute against his side. He had an idea. He spoke, trying to sound calm. "I know you are hungry. I cannot escape. But before I die, I have one wish. Please let me play a song on my flute." The jackal tilted its head. It did not understand, but it did not attack. Tom took the flute from his belt slowly. His hands shook, but he lifted it to his mouth and began to play. The first notes were soft and sad. It was a song his grandfather had taught him. The sound was clear and gentle in the still forest. The jackal stopped moving. Its ears moved forward. It listened. Tom continued. He played louder. He played faster. He chose a happy, lively tune. It was Scout's favorite melody. Many times when Tom played this song, Scout barked and wagged his tail. Now Tom hoped the same thing would happen. He hoped Scout would hear him. He played with all his strength. Minutes passed. His chest hurt from breathing. He was tired, but he did not stop. The jackal stood still, watching, confused. Then suddenly a loud bark came from the trees. Woof! Woof! Scout was running through the forest. He had heard the music. He jumped out of the bushes and ran straight to Tom. Scout stood between Tom and the jackal. His fur was standing up. He growled and showed his teeth. His eyes were fierce. He looked ready to fight. The jackal began to walk in circles looking for a chance. But Scout moved each time, blocking the way. The dog barked again and lunged forward. The jackal stopped. It looked at Scout, then at Tom. Finally, it decided to leave. With one last snarl, it turned and ran into the dark forest. Tom dropped to the ground. His knees were weak. He hugged Scout tightly and buried his face in the dog's fur. Good boy. The very best boy. Together, they walked back toward the village. Scout ran ahead and came back again and again, making sure Tom was safe. The forest was dark now, and Tom was tired, but Scout gave him courage. When they reached the edge of the village, Tom's mother was waiting. She looked worried and angry. "Thomas Weatherby, where have you been?" she shouted. But when she saw his dirty face and torn sleeve, her anger changed to relief. She hugged him tightly. That night, Tom sat on his bed with Scout at his feet. He held the flute in his hands. He thought about his grandfather's words. Music speaks when words cannot. Today, the flute had saved his life. Tom played a quiet song, a song of thanks. Scout closed his eyes and slept. From that day, Tom never went into the forest without Scout, and the flute was no longer just a gift. It was a symbol of courage, quick thinking, and the strong bond between a boy and his dog. So, what did we learn today? At the beginning, we saw that music can be stronger than fear. And at the end, we learned that courage, smart thinking, and love are more powerful than claws and teeth. The most powerful things in life are not only strength or fighting, but courage, creativity, and love. If you enjoyed this English story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss another English lesson. And please share in the comments, what did you learn from Tom's story? Thank you for watching, and see you in the next English story time.